So we'll just try to keep it on that side. So, I don't know, if you want to come over and take a look, so we're basically looking for that. So when you put the spots of weld on, you're laying your welder on halfway on top of that. So it's almost like a row of quarters you want. You want this when you're welding that on there. One spot. When you spot it again, you want to put your wire right there. And then you'll have another puddle like that. You put your wire right there, have another puddle like that. When you turn that red, you're going to wait till that red's gone. And then you're going to put your wire there and put another spot. As soon as you're done that 4 spots, you're going to put the air on that because you don't want the heat to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Also, when you overlap them like that, then when you grind it off, you can get that look. Yep. And if you do a neat job all the way around, imagine what that will look like.
Won't even notice it.
Yeah, you won't even notice. And obviously, there's going to have to be filler on it. This metal was a little thick for what's going on, but that's never going to rot out again. And there's no warpage going on. He should have a air gun so he can have it hooked up so he can put that air on it as soon as it's done. Yep. But basically what you want to do every time you weld that, like say I put 4 there, you want to take 4 and put it over here. Yep. The next time you do 4, you want to put it over here. And then you want to put it over there. And then you want to go all the way around till it'll look like a monkey's ass when you're almost done. Yep. It won't look that great. But if you keep that welder going like that, overlapping it, when you grind it off, you'll have something that's really nice. Yep. Try not to, I know what happens, I've done it myself many times, try not to take too much metal away from that. That piece there, I would say that's fine to take metal away from because it's probably 16 gauge, yep. Probably, or better. But this is just sheet metal. So if you can keep it going like that, you're able to knock it off like that, you'll have a nice panel when you're done. If you see any spot or pinholes in it when you're done, basically you can try to shove a light in there. If you can see any light come through it, make sure you just spot it up again. Yep. But have that air hose with you, knocking all the hot air off, and try to move around and go around. So if you start going all the way across there, this is going to look like a monkey's bum. Yep. If you know what I'm saying. We seen a monkey bum at the zoo and it didn't look that good, did it, sweetheart? It was red and ooh, it looked sore. But anyways, that's basically what I would do. And before anything happens, he can obviously take that grinder and rub that white coat off because that white coat's going to have to be rubbed off for the filler to stick. And then you're going to come down here and do the exact same thing on this piece. And then the next piece, and then the next piece, and try to do the best you can. Yep. And just trying to flush the metal off the best you can. And that's all you can ask for. And then Kyla. Man, I can't say Carabel or Carolbin. Carolbin. I still can't say it. But anyways, that makes me human. Making mistakes makes you human. So when you're doing that sort of stuff, just try to keep the heat contained on that. I'm not sure how do you shut that off. And also this video proves that anybody could fix their own car. And the reason being is we had a maul hammer, a zip cut, an air fitting, a welder, and a flapper wheel. So we did not have